Last time on Gunpla News, I mistakenly said the Striker Jinx was a premium Bandai kit when it was, in fact, a retail release. Fortunately, many people more attentive than myself picked up on that as soon as the video went live, and I updated the description to reflect that. Then several people less attentive than myself continued to say that it was retail after I updated the description for quite a while. But anyways, in honor of the Striker Jinx, I think we should have an episode of Gunpla News that's just about retail kits. There's some pretty cool stuff coming out in early 18, and I think with some of the new images we've gotten recently, we could do a nice little episode of Gunpla News that's just about the retail— oh, god damn it. Hello and welcome to Channel 2S. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and this is Gunpla News. I actually was planning on making an episode of Gunpla News only about retail kits as I was scrolling through the Gundam news feed today, and then this bastard popped up. This is the high-grade Atlas Gundam Bandit Flower version. If you watched the OVA and you're familiar with the model kit or the manga, you're probably familiar with the design changes that were made for the animation. The railgun's got some pretty drastic changes to it, and the shield's a little bit different too. While the previous Atlas Gundam went closer to the manga design, this one's more in line with what we'll see in the upcoming Bandit Flower. Other than the weapons, there don't really seem to be any major changes, so I'd say this is a pretty decent P-Bandai kit. So something that I really wish was announced just 6 hours earlier so I could have talked about it last time was the Reborn One-Hundred Guncannon detector. This kit was just dropped on us out of the blue the morning after I made the last Gunpla News episode, and goddamn this thing looks cool. So if you don't know the Guncannon detector, it's this pretty cool looking mobile suit from Gundam Sentinel, and for me, anything from Sentinel is already a win. And it also appeared for a brief moment in Gundam Unicorn. There are two versions of this mobile suit, a red version and a blue version, the blue one being the one we're getting right now, and the red one being most likely the one we'll probably get as a premium Bandai release a few months down the line. I really like how the rifle looks on this kit, and just overall the design here is really interesting. Once again, Reborn One-Hundred knocking it out of the park with these crazy awesome kits we would never get otherwise. One interesting feature of this kit is that cylinder on his crotch. No, that's not extra protection for his valuables, it's actually a tripod leg that can fold down behind him and kind of stabilize him so he doesn't fly over backwards when he fires his shoulder cannons. It's a pretty cool little gimmick, and I look forward to messing around with it when the kit comes out. Right now, the only major concern I have about it is the elbows, just because it looks like there's not a lot of space for the joint, so I'm not sure how much farther the elbows are going to bend than what we see in these pictures. Hopefully they put in some kind of sliding mechanism like they did on the high-grade Revived Cublé, so we can get a little more movement out of them. The January Master Grade GM Commander type has graced us with its presence once again with some very cool new images. We can see it in action now, and it looks like it's going to be just as fun to pose as the GM Sniper 2 was. They're showing off some of the points of articulation this kit has, which is a little redundant if you've ever seen or handled a GM Sniper 2, but if you're not familiar with that model, this gives you a pretty good idea of what you'll be getting. The new backpack is looking pretty awesome too, and I'm very glad to see they've included the red inserts for the thrusters. And the inner frame looks pretty much like the one on the GM Sniper 2, at least as far as I remember. The weapons and accessory loadout is pretty basic. It's just the minimal Federation machine gun, the sort of war-in-the-pocket style shield, and the Age style hands. And some beam sabers, but you know, you really don't have to mention the beam sabers. Everything has beam sabers. You know what doesn't have beam sabers though? The Action Zaku. But I'm not complaining because it's still a cool kit. That was a terrible transition. But regardless, the Act Zaku is looking very cool. I do really like that souped up machine gun he has, looks pretty devastating. His beefed up Heat Hawks look pretty cool as well. And overall it looks like a pretty nice little kit. I just wish they kept the shoulder design of the original Act Zaku. And that's really all there is tonight. Nice, short, sweet little episode. Mostly retail kits. Would have been all retail kits if that effing Atlas Gundam didn't come in here and ruin all our fun. But in all seriousness, we are getting some really cool looking kits early next year, and I am definitely looking forward to them. If you are too, why not leave a like on this video, or just leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It really doesn't matter. Likes mean nothing. But subscribing is not useless, because subscribing tells you when my... fuck it, you know. You probably know by now. Hopefully you've been on YouTube long enough to know what subscribing is. If you're new, hit the button. If you're not new, thanks for watching anyways. I'm Second Soundwave. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.